Hey guys, it's Syd Wilder, and today I have a very special vlog for you. So as you know from my Instagram, or if you don't know, now you know, I posted a photo with me with my first camera, and when I moved to LA, I was 16, and my dad didn't really want me to be out here, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do photography, and I had really no idea kind of like what I was doing, I didn't know anything about photography, but I just knew I know how to direct people, I'm like really affable, and I can get like bring the best out in people, and I feel like I have a really good eye. So I wanted to share my photography with you and share some funny stories of like behind the scenes and what it was like, because there's a lot of parallels that are happening in my life now with like Playboy and like my sister, and a lot of these things will be cross-referenced in my next vlog, so watch out. Here we go. This girl's name is Danny, and she was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, she was so much fun. She came out and she stayed with us, and she was so easy to work with. I would always do their makeup, so I did like all their makeup, all the post, and I used Comic Life. Like, I don't know if you remember that, but this is like, it was so fun to work with models back then because there was no Instagram or well, there's Facebook, but there wasn't any like, you know, things that, all these filters and everything. Like the models were just, I feel like, so much easier to work with. And then there's Daisy De La Hoya. I don't know if you remember Daisy De La Hoya, but she was a really big deal back in the day when Ed Hardy was popular. I wanted to put her in a bunch of crosses because I felt like that was a fun juxtaposition of like, ooh, she's this like rocker girl. And I loved crosses because that's how I came up with Sinners to Saints photography. That was like my little thing. I also put Daisy in a belly dancing skirt, if you can see it in the photos, as well as a jacket that I shot with Kaden in the year prior. And Spencer wanted to borrow that jacket for her 19th birthday at Area. And here's a photo of all of us together at her birthday. I actually met Greg. I didn't meet him on Model Mayhem, but I shot him, and ironically his parents posted one of the photos that I just shot. He came on set because he thought I left my camera at his house because I had one of those little click cameras, and he didn't realize I had like, you know, a Canon. It was really cute. He came by and he dropped off Starbucks and my camera because he thought I needed it for my photo shoot that day with Carrie Stevens. And this is the first time I met Carrie Stevens through Spencer from Playboy, because I wanted to shoot like, you know, I was like, oh, okay, I'll shoot Playmates, cool, why not? And she loved my rock and roll, I was playing rock and roll music, and she was just like, oh, I'll do this. She brought her son Jackson, and Greg was like playing like football, and like, you know, he was so cute. Like, I can't believe Jackson's so big now. It's like, makes me feel like so old. And this girl's name was Blake, and she was such a badass. She had all these tattoos, and I just loved, like, I put them in all my dresses, my hats, and I had all these like old vintage hats that I just loved, and I loved the palm trees, and there's this back alley with trash cans, and so I shot everyone back there, and then I usually shoot people in the garage, and like, I have the funniest photo of Blake with my neighbor, oh my gosh. And she's all like, hey. And I used to wear this dress all the time. It's from Sky. It was one of my favorite stores ever. I'd shoot everyone out on my balcony, and I loved cigarettes for some reason. I just loved like shooting girls with cigarettes. I don't know why, but I just did. I found this model, Justin. He was this really cool, like tattooed out like model, and I was like, let's do a Valentine's Day theme. I took a bunch of photos, and I did his makeup with these crazy like weird hearts with like teardrops, like, and I had these old film strips because I used to get like tons of photos at Eckerd's. That's where you got your photos in Georgia, because there was no phone on your camera on your phone. This little sash that he's wearing is what I got in one of my beauty pageant competitions, because I paid $20 extra to be in that category. And yes, I kept that. I'm like a crazy hoarder, okay? Like, I don't care. And then my sister's fans, because she'd just done Playboy when I started photography, and I was like 17 at that time, and they would always send her flowers. So I would take her flowers and then take photos of myself or like her, and I would force Spencer to shoot with me because she never wanted to shoot with me. I was just her annoying little sister that like bothered her, and she didn't want to like deal with it. She was just like, leave me alone. And I was like, no, you have to shoot with me. So speaking of Playboy, so Michelle McLaughlin, she's the cutest, sweetest. I think she was a Playmate in 2008. And I remember too, it was like right after my breakup, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to work, because I love to work. That's like my like anti-drug. So I was like, shoot with me, Michelle. So I put her in this dress. I got it at Forever 21, and I still have it. I did her hair and makeup, and she was so sweet. And I love her. I just ran into her at Playboy too when I was doing the antiviral show with Kendra. I also got to shoot my papa. I have this photo framed at my house. My papa, my grandma, before he passed away. It's one of my favorite photos. Anthony, I met him at Ivana Chubbuck's and I was like, do you wanna do a photo shoot with me? And he was like, okay. And so I just made him walk around like Beverly Hills and I made him pose with flowers. And actors are like the best to work with the camera because they do all these like faces and impressions, and he was just so cool. I really liked him a lot, and he's from Australia and he's a great actor. Shout out to Anthony, I think it was Wymus. He's great, he's very talented. You guys need to hire him. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and loved all the different funky, cool little looks I did. And I'm doing a giveaway. Basically all you have to do is take a screenshot of the YouTube video, of the photo that you liked, and then you upload it to your Instagram. And then you tag me and you say something nice. I will choose the nicest one and I will send you a printed signed photo. So, that's kind of that. I'm about to sneeze, so excuse me.